I've been taking time off from all public atmospheres in order to switch off, reboot, and reflect. And a part of me believes, you know, that some people that project onto me are actually in fact projecting myself. Now a lot of you are going to think, you know, what is this guy talking about, you know, is that even possible? Spiritually and psychologically, yes, you know, absolutely, you know, it is possible. And I just had to take myself away from it in order to reflect on what's really going on within my life right now, because a small part of me believes wholeheartedly that my soul is technically bleeding upon the small fraction of people that are actually deserving to be within my life and my circle. The 4, 5, 6, no more than 12, you know, and if I play my cards right, maybe just a little bit more than 12, you know, people already that I have within my circle, that is. I know that I believe, you know, I'm impacting those that genuinely have my heart, my mind, and my soul at interest, all for the wrong reasons. Now, you know, is this me looking for sympathy and any other worldly programmed reaction for that matter? No. I want to be healthy in here and in here for those that are currently going out of their way to do the same for me. And the last thing I want is to bleed upon these said particular people, because I'm now causing them injury that they didn't inflict upon me to begin with. And that right there is not right. It's not right. And this is why I've been quiet a lot lately. And, you know, I've been out of public eye all that much. Is it a permanent and ongoing thing? No. No, not in the slightest. From next week, you know, I'll be getting back into the gym again. You know, I'll be getting the ball rolling, you know, as you will. But when I'm training, I want to be perfect in here and in here. And I want to be so spiritually awoke to my surrounding, my atmospheres, that I can actually discern immediately who to welcome and who not to. Because I know a lot of people nowadays carry spiritual and psychological baggage, and rather than put in the work, they would rather project 24/7 without thinking of the consequences nor the punishments to their actions. And I don't have time for that nonsense. I really and truly do not have time, you know, for any of that crap. And thankfully, you know, it's videos that Terry Joel Jr. shares, and a few other people from the manosphere that actually gave me something to be thankful for and appreciative of, you know. Especially on my days where I'm not quite right, you know, in here and in here. Because it's these type of videos that really and truly want to provoke the inner lion within me in order to just snip, you were toxic, bye bye. Oh what, you're toxic as well, and you're now trying to crawl back in and worm your way within my life again, snip, there you go, bye bye. It is what it is, isn't it? And if these videos, you know, that Terry Joe Jr. along with any other manosphere page share don't actually encourage the guys out there to do the same thing, you're broken. You can laugh and joke about it all you want. Oh, my life's perfect the way that it is. Yeah, alright, well, that's you. And if you think like that, then you're in for one rude awakening. When you actually begin to see us, that are slowly getting our lives in check, succeed and accomplish 10% more than the average small thinker out there that believes that, oh yes, well, my life's perfect the way that it is, and I'm happy with this mediocre Matrix-like lifestyle. You know, hey, if that's the type of life you people out there want to live, then by all means you live it. But it's not for this guy. It's not for this guy. You know, this guy is on to bigger and better things right now. And I believe it's necessary for anyone to switch off, shut down, reboot, however many times you have to, in order to find out who you really are within your heart, your mind, and your soul. Because when you are within low vibrational low dimensional atmospheric presences of other people, it impacts you in such a way, especially those of you that are spiritually awoken, that is. It impacts you in such a way, not for the right reasons either. And that's another valid reason as to why we tend to go hermits sometimes and just switch off, like I said, and reboot. I'm not ashamed, like I said, to be different. I'm different, and I appreciate being different. Because whatever I learn within my own mind and my own heart, I can pass down in order to help other people. And, you know, those that are partially awake, and those that are fully awake, and those that may be awake but kind of drift off back into their blue-pilled mindset, you know, because they don't want to believe it, you know, due to it being too much. And it doesn't matter where you are in life, you know. If I happen to have information cooking in here and in here, I'm going to share it. Regardless of what people think or how people feel, I'm going to share it. Because I know sooner or later, the right type of people, you know, will thank me for sharing it. So people, your free will means, technically speaking, that you are free to make life-changing, along with healthier and aligned choices / decisions via the Holy Spirit. And what I mean by this is that the choices and the decisions that you make would automatically either get the thumbs up or the thumbs down via the Holy Spirit. In other words, you would know via your own conscience whether it's right, whether it's wrong. If it's wrong, shut it off, leave it out, and, you know, come up with another solution, another idea, you know, in order to work over the choice / decision that was wrong to begin with. It's all, at the end of the day, about taking steps, you know, and so many people in today's atmosphere are so caught up within the Matrix that it's not even remotely funny. Like, you know, to them it is, you know, it's a bull. You know, it's a right laugh. But then, if that was really the truth, why would these particular said people always come crawling back, crying for their golden ticket later on? When, one, they're bored, two, their so-called connections they thought, you know, were their real connections, have actually ghosted them and shafted them for anything and everything that they've put in the work for to begin with. Common sense, really, isn't it? Clearly, you know, the blue-pilled and Matrix lifestyle that people are living isn't actually as good as what they make it out to be, is it? But again, choice, free will, right? If you're spiritually awoke, and you're making the right choices and the right decisions, and you're working with whatever little you've got in order to provoke the inner lion, not the lion of this world, but the Lion of Judah, to provoke the Lion of Judah onto taking full control of your life in order to become the man or the woman that you were created to be out there, then so be it. Take time off, switch off, shut down, reboot, however many times you have to. And I also recommend grabbing ice cold baths, you know, or showers for that matter, to those of you that are undergoing conviction of the conscience. In other words, out of nowhere, sometimes we go through what could what could only be described as migraine, but 100 times worse, if that makes sense. And that right there, a lot of the time, is the conscience. It's a conviction of the conscience. In other words, your conscience is being seared with a red-hot iron poker for making unhealthy choices, bad decisions that lead you down paths later on that you don't want to be going down. And I believe everyone deserves a chance at, you know, life, that is. But the only way you're going to receive that chance at life is not by convincing yourselves to follow your hearts or follow your minds and this, that and the other, which is all satanic talk. The only way that each and every one of you are going to be able to fulfill the lives that you want is through the gospel, the 10 Commandments, judgments and statutes, witnessed and approved by the Holy Spirit. You know, you could live outside of God's will if you have to, but you're not going to get long-term as well as long-lasting, one, healthy connections within people for a start, and two, dreams, goals and aspirations that were originally sent from God the Father himself through his Son Jesus Christ. Food for thought, man. Food for thought. Think about it. People were given common sense along with knowledge, wisdom and logic. Oh, and a conscience, might I add. I want to be seeing more of that within the world that we live in. And hey, you know, if you slip up down the line, or if you so happen to backslide and make a mistake, you know, I would admire people a whole lot more that were honest and upfront about it than secretive. That only project whatever they're going through onto others, just to give them that little boost, you know, that little ego lift, which is, you know, there's no truth to it. Smoke and mirrors. It's BS. No matter how many times I fail in life, no matter how many times I make mistakes, that is, no matter how many times I so happen to go down wrong paths, I always come climbing back on top, slowly but surely. And it's these lessons where we fall in life that give us that push towards taking the leap of faith. No matter how uncomfortable or challenging it may be. And there we have it, folks. Stay tuned for more videos, drink plenty, be safe, but most of all and most importantly, keep on seeking and ye shall find.